Hello everyone. In this video I'll be discussing about whether or not you should craft SR gear. There's been a lot of discussion regarding this on the community, and back then when the game just launched up till the August 3rd update, the consensus has been to avoid crafting SR gear and went straight to UR, making R gear in the meantime as you collect Ancient Crystal. Since the materials needed to make one SR is several times higher than it is to make R gear, it will be more cost effective to craft R gear. In addition, the difference in the stats increase between an exceptional and legendary R, and SR is, if I'm not mistaken, between 10 to 20%, making a legendary R gear having similar or close to an exceptional SR. Furthermore, this didn't take into account substats. Since the cost of making R is way cheaper, what I would do is make several dozens of R, keeping only the legendary or exceptional that has 2 out of 3 good substats, which are crit rate, crit damage, attack, or magic attack. With the August 3rd update, the developers buff all of the gear stuff, making the difference between N, R, SR, and UR stats higher. As to how much higher, I'm uncertain since I unfortunately do not have a full SR gear with a varying quality level. Back to the question I asked earlier, should we be making SR gear? In my personal opinion, it depends on your current state of the game, how often you do hunting ground in a week, and whether or not you do search and steal from NPC. If you are a new player, then I advise you to avoid making SR for the first month of the game, or until you can clear Very Hard Story Chapter 5 and VH5 as well as Hunting Ground 7, Hard Hunting Ground 7. The reason being is that the changes that have occurred is primarily on buffing characters and equipment, and debuffing enemies' damage stats in Story Chapter, in which case you should be able to clear all normal and hard story chapter, and for very hard up to chapter 5 with only rare gear using level 40 characters, as I and others have accomplished to do so. For very hard 6 and above, you might need the stats of UR craftable gauntlet, necklace, or weapon, assuming you don't have their exclusive weapon. So the priority at the start is to use up your Ancient Crystal and make gauntlet for physical damage or bracelet for magic damage, or UR weapon, necklace, or ring. Now for those players who have played from launch or at least for 6 weeks and have used up all their Ancient Crystal, eventually we all should make SR gear for the stat bonus we gain from the collection book. But whether or not you should craft and use the gear of the SR depends on several factors. First, how often do you spend your rise on hunting ground per week? Second, are you doing searches in the story chapters or safe area, or both? Third, are you stealing materials from all of the story chapter? I'll use my account as an example. At the launch of the game till 6 July update, I only did hunting ground. Only after 6 of July update until now, I only farm hunting ground twice a week, plus using 5 rice on days I don't farm hunting ground for the BP reward. As for searches, I played from launch and have searched all town and battle area for 1 week. During the 6 July update, where they changed the search limit from a few hours to a daily reset. Afterwards, I stopped for a while and continued to do it for 2 weeks, but only on the battle area. While I was en route to monster locations, since from 6th of July update I've been farming the chapter monster. I would normally ignore the search hidden search location for the battle area if it's not en route to the monster. For the town, I only search at chapter 7 and 8 because they contain iron, copper, and gold ore. As for steal, I steal for 3 days from all NPC once after the 6th of July update, but then I stopped and started to do so after the 20 July update, where they reduced the numbers of NPC and increased the material gain rate. Now I'll be showing the materials that I have. Because of the July event, where it was similar to the current one, where if you do the chapter kill the chapter monster for this event, or grab the blue glitter and use search to grab the green glitter, you are able to get the tickets to exchange it for material. But during the July event, it wasn't limited to the shopping mall area, but to all chapters, and you could get the material from slime and hunting ground as well. Yeah, this was the material. I was able to reset the event 26 times and only reset after getting all 200 rewards. That's why my material, I would say, is more than the casual players. Considering the amount of materials I have, I can afford to craft SR gear. For the past 2 weeks, I've already crafted 70 SR gear and around 200 plus R gear to get the subsets from the book. Awesome. Otherwise, I would have had like 300 tier 3 copper, wood and iron. Unlike now where I only have 150, 70 and... where's my copper? 100. If you're doing steel and search or both every day, then you would have more than enough materials to use up all your ancient crystal and make UR gear, with more than enough spare material to make SR gear. If you are casual, then my recommendation is that you use up all your ancient crystal to make the UR gear that you need. Once you use up your ancient crystal, I suggest you combine the basic material to make the tier 3 materials until you have enough to make the UR equipment piece that you want before the next PvP and Evil Castle season reset, as well as the monthly shop reset. And whatever resource that you have left, use it to make SR gear. For example, last season, if I'm not mistaken, I was Dia 1, in which case I think the thing is bugged. Okay, Dia 1, in which case I gotten 30 ancient crystals. For Evil Tower, last season I managed to get first place for floor 1 and 2, and for third floor I didn't get any place at all. So first, second, then third is 2008, then 28, third, fourth, 28111. So rewards, yeah, so I managed to get 30 ancient crystals and 6, so in total 36. And from the shop, since it's just the reset, we get 30 monthly. So what I suggest casual players to do before the next PvP and Evil Castle reset, which is in 12 days. I would estimate how much ancient crystals I will get and decide which UR equipment I want to make. Assuming I have the same result as last season, I would have 66 ancient crystals, enabling me to make 66 13 UR gear, in which case I just need to decide which UR equipment that I want to make. For me, I'm trying to get 5 exceptional or legendary gauntlet before I move on to the next equipment. So I'm planning to make this. So since I can make 13 of them, assuming I get the same placement again for PvP and Evil Crystal, I just time the material that I need. For example, top quality fabric I need 7, so time by 13, I need 91 top quality fabric, and for wood I need 91. Since I have 300 top quality fabric, the leftover excess that I have that I don't need to make the UR gear, I'll just use it to craft SR gear. But since I'm missing for wood, I won't make any like SR gear that uses wood. But if I've already have enough to make all of the UR gear after the end of this season, then I will use whatever excess amount that I have to make SR gear. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing.